Thank you guys for clicking on the video. This is the playoffs. We're finally here. It's been a while. It's been some time, but we're here. This is it, the playoffs. We're going up against Washington, and man, oh man, the personnel. If you guys missed the last video, we went on quite a roll. We finished pretty comfortably in the standings for the President's Trophy. Look at the league. We were 11 points ahead of the Devils. Pretty significant. I think that may be one of the largest margins of winning the President's Trophy we've ever had. And in the personnel, you'll see the Capitals actually fired Barry Trotz, and we picked him up, and we went on quite of a roll to finish out the season and to end the season. Let's take a look at pretty much who did what defensively. Let's see the stats for the team. Takeaways: Couturier, Morin, Seth Jones was in there. Voracek. You see the guys who led the takeaways. Giveaways: who led the team? Couturier led the team in giveaways. Face-off percentage: pretty much. I mean, Adam actually did really good in the face-off dot. You see, Giroux did pretty well. Couturier, Hurdle even helped out. So you see, it was all right. It was all right. So we're gonna look at offense. I showed you guys a little bit in the last video. We looked at stats really quickly, but Couturier 89, Zucker at 84, Voracek at 74, Kulikov at 71. We had some. We did all right. We did all right. Kulikov led the team in assists by 11 more than even Voracek or Zucker, so that's good. And then in goals, you'll see Couturier led the team. Zucker pretty much sort of had a drop-off year. 34, I think, is all right. But if you look at his career stats, he can do a little bit. He's right on par. I think last season he had a breakout year with 105 points. I mean, 46 goals, 59 assists. That's pretty good. But I don't know. He played well. Not every year is going to be a bang out year. We still have, this is his last year, I think, at 7 mil, and then he dips down into 6. So we tried to sign him to where these last 3 years, it's a little bit more manageable for us in the contract. So he'll be coming down to 6.2, which is nice for us. We front load that contract a little bit. So for the playoffs, though, let's take a look at the Capitals. Enough talk about what we're doing and what we're about. Let's take a look at the Washington team that we play against. And let's see. We were the top scoring leaders. That's pretty good, too. PK we didn't do so well in, but, that's all right. Let's check. Where's Washington? Let's take a look at Washington. So they don't have Holtby anymore. Boyle, Graves. They have Bowie. He's come up. He's been playing really well for them. Burakovsky. What did he do this year? He had 67 points, so that's pretty good for him. Their team looks a little bit differently. They still have Backstrom and Ovi and Kuznetsov, but they've made some changes throughout the years. They still have Tom Wilson, who in this game's developed into a decent skater. Varana, he's played pretty well. So this team is good. Now the question is, can we match them? Can we beat them? So we're gonna take a look now at our lines for our team. Where's Philadelphia? Philadelphia. All right. So let's look at the lines. We're gonna lead with Evan. I'm not really gonna change the lines. I think they're okay where they're at. We've been playing really well. I don't like how Scott Lawton dropped to the fourth line. I'm gonna move him up. So I'm gonna send him to the next game, and hopefully we can get this underway. Playoff hockey round 1. I'm really hoping for not an early exit. I really think we should beat the Capitals. The only real series that I'm potentially nervous about is the next round, but we could, that New Jersey, who's in that division? Where's the standings? Playoffs. New Jersey and New York. Those two are what I'm worried about. But let's start. Let's start game one versus the Capitals. We are at home at Wells Fargo Center. You can see the matchups, how they break down. You can see the team rankings, how they break down. This is going to be a good game. You can see the head-to-head during the season. We pretty much won 3-1 in the season series. So here we go. Wells Fargo Center. The Philadelphia Flyers trying to get back to the Stanley Cup. It's been some time since we've been to the Stanley Cup. Game one, let's see how it starts. First period. A little bit. Oh, I have to turn on so you guys can see what's happening. So, Bowie takes a 1-0 lead for the Capitals. That's the end of the first. And, it's okay. You see no penalties. We're getting outshot. That's, we need to change that. But, it's nothing to... There we go. Giroux ties it up for us. That's what we like to see. We take the first penalty, 5-on-3 for Washington. We kill it off. Good job. Another penalty, we kill it off. Another penalty, we kill it off. So we definitely give the Capitals some power play time during that time. And we took 4 penalties and we gave them some opportunities, but the PK came through. Let's see how we fare in the third period. On the power play, we don't do anything. And Giroux scores his second of the game, and it was a power play goal to put us up 2-1. Can we hold on? We hold on, the empty netter. We take the first game 3-1. The big thing was we came from behind that game. We tied them in shots, but we scored on the power play. That was the difference maker. Our PK came through. Our PK has sort of struggled all year. 0 for 6, though. The PK shows up. Great job. We win game one. Giroux, who... some say he may be going out. He's on his last leg. He shows up and he delivers 2 goals to single-handedly put us over the Washington Capitals in Game 1. Very defensive Game 1 too, which is interesting for both sides. Is that for us, we're an offensive-minded team, and defense is some can say it's been our weakness. But to show up like that, and only allow 1 goal, we'll take it. So. Game 2, we're going to leave Evan in net. He only gave up 1 goal. Take a sip of my coffee. Wells Fargo Center, the faithful are on their feet for Game 2. And we score in the first 2 minutes. I'm going to botch his name of Burzin. Puts us up 1-0. Let's see what happens. And this time you see the shots. We're out shooting them. 12-5. You can see we're getting a lot of different angles of shots. We're playing well. We're doing well so far. Let's see. Power play, we can't do anything. Midway through the second period. We're definitely getting a lot of shots. I like it. We're out shooting them. All right, so we didn't score in that period, but I must say 33-9. The defense, we're holding the puck in the other team's zone. Let's keep it up. Let's end the third period on a good note. Power play for us, we can't score. 5-on-3 for Washington. All right, we kill it off. And we score. Who scored the goal for us? Kulikov, and a 2-0 shutout. And we 49 shots to 17. So we played very well. We held them. Great job all around. So now we move on. We took a 2-0 sweep. That is amazing. Or not 2-0. Well, we swept at home, which is what we like to see. We're going to take a look around the NHL. Maybe we can figure out where the rest of these games, where they're at. New York and New Jersey are split 1-0. Tampa's up 2-0 over Carolina. So now let's see. On the road, back at Verizon Center. Can we play as well as we did at home on the road? Let's find out. Let's start the first period off. Let's see what happens. Tom Wilson takes a penalty. And they score. Burakovsky puts them up 1-0. So, all right. Look at that shot, though. I think it says... behind the net. It's really weird. So let's see what happens. Second period, we're down by a goal. We need someone to step up. We have so many options. We're waiting. We're starting to creep back in the shots, maybe getting some more TOA. All right, so we're on the power play to start the third. We need a goal. Come on, we can't score. Oh, but Luka has been so clutch for us. I think he's the third liner. Let's see where he's at. Let's see the lineup. Yeah, Luka's a third liner. Playing very well for us. Ties the game up. That's what I like to see. Look at all these shots, though. And there it is. Savard puts it in on the power play and will take game 3 late. I think 2 goals in the third period pushed us over the edge of Washington, and Barry Trotz has to be enjoying this. 2 goals in the third. They came late. The power play goal by Savard. So now, man, we can close it out with the sweep. That would be amazing just to get done with Washington. We can rest up. You know, that would be good for us, for the team. And you see New Jersey has now taken the lead against New York. So here we are, game 4 at Verizon Center. Let's not waste any time. Barry Trotz, how sweet would it be for Barry Trotz to win on the road where he used to be? Kopecky puts Washington up early, 1-0. So let's see. Let's not play around. Let's not, Ovechkin finally scores. He's been quiet all series. Finally gets one on the power play. Oh, and Ovechkin puts in another. So this could be the game where Ovechkin really just puts the team on the back and just says we're not getting swept. This could be, but hold on. Savard scores to put it within 2. We kill off Luka's penalty. That's what I like to see. Couldn't score on the power play. All right. So we're going to go down by 2 going into the third. We could pull it off, but if we don't, we can go back home and we'll be fine. 5-on-3, we can't, or they don't score. PK comes up. Another 5-on-3, PK comes up. Are we going to get one late? Maybe. Nope. And so that'll do it. So Washington will win this game. We can just sim to the end. Yep, they're gonna tax them on 5-1. So in front of the home crowd, they say we're not getting swept, which is fine. 3-1. We're going back home. Surely we can win. Back home, we can get a game. But the Islanders tie it up. Tampa's up 3-1 against Carolina. Winnipeg is up as well in their series. So here we are. Burst the Capitals back home. We split with Washington at Verizon Center. Let's see. Hopefully, we can win in front of the home fans at Wells Fargo Center. Maybe just close it out and we can move on. We'll see. We're taking awfully, we've been taking a couple penalties, and there we go. We finally score. Zucker finally comes up in the series, puts us on the board on the power play. The assist coming from Loic and Savard. So, second period. Let's see if we can keep this up. 1-0 lead. I like where we're at right now. Let's just watch the simulation. Oh, and finally, we've taken a couple bit of 5-on-3s, and finally, Miller ties it up for Washington on the power play. So we're going into the third, another tight game. It wasn't like that last game. Goals are being scored left, right, and center. Now it's a little bit different. So let's see what happens. And there it is. Zucker again puts us on the board, but immediately Burakovsky responds. And then Boyle gives Washington the 3-2 lead. 5-on-3. We kill it off. Can we get something late on the power play? We can't. And that'll do it. So 3-2. Washington responds. That's fine. That's fine. We've lost 2. I didn't think it would be a sweep. So the series now is 3-2. Surely, Game 6. I'm getting a little nervous, but surely Game 6. We're at the road at Verizon Center. Surely we can stop it right here. This is it, guys. I mean, we were up 3-0. We can't get reverse swept. Surely. Let's see what happens. There we go. Seth Jones puts us on the board first. That's what we needed. We needed the first goal. Come on. There it is, another goal. That's what I like to see on the road. Voracek, and then Zucker. Voracek's been quiet. Zucker adds his third of the series. We're up 3-0 in the first. This is good, but let's not take any penalties to give them any chance to get back in the door, because the game can swing at a moment. So here we are, Kuznetsov. We should score on the power play, man. These power plays they're giving us, we're wasting those chances. All right, a 3-goal lead in the third, surely. Now, no. I was tempted to put the backup goalie in now, but let's not mess with it. Let's not mess. Luka scores, puts us up 4-0. I think the series is in hand. I think the Capitals had their 2 games. They surged back, but enough was enough. And I think that's it. That is it. The shutout by Evan. The goalie, I told you, man, the goalie plays a huge factor for us. He comes in, shuts the door down. Now, 4-0 game. We move on. That's what I like to see. So we're going to simulate and see just like where the playoffs are at, because we are done. We are past Washington. And I must say, I think it was interesting. We had I would say we had quite a bit of depth scoring. In our victories, 4-0. Evan posted the shutout, but you had Zucker, who scored 3 this series. That was his third. But Voracek had his first goal of the series. Seth Jones had a goal. I mean, those are players that you normally don't see scoring. Luka played huge. That's his third goal. He's definitely been a star so far in that first round. And you go back to our games where we won. Let's see. The 2-1 game, I think this was when Giroux had 2 goals. No, Luka had 1. And then Savard had 1. And then Giroux, game 1, he tallied 2 goals all by his lonesome. And he single-handedly put us up over the hump. Because that third goal came by Cooper empty net. So we definitely had scoring, from a little bit of everything. Seth Jones had a goal. I know Kulikov had some assists. So we had a little bit of everything that playoffs in that game, that series against Washington. So we're going to finish today. We're going to see who do we play next? That's going to be the big question. Let's take a look at the standings and let's see playoffs. So we are going to play New Jersey. It is wrapped up. We're pretty much waiting two game 7s, Florida and Toronto, and Calgary and Arizona. As we wait those game 7s to finish, we'll wrap up the video. We play New Jersey. So the Islanders sort of had their fling, their summer romance, if you'll say, and they sort of have. I think that term of dynasty, I think, is over. They had 2 Stanley Cups in 3 years, and now they're knocked out by New Jersey. New Jersey could be looking to become that next team. Let's take a quick look at their team. They are young. They have Schneider's 35, still kicking. Brent Burns. They have some players, and they're not too old. And man, they are ready. This team could be a challenge for us. They have Frederick Anderson and Corey Schneider, so 2 capable goalies. So this is going to be a good series. I think this is going to be the test. Let's take a look at the other teams that are still in the playoffs. You have Tampa and Florida. Florida, I mean, they have some players. They don't scare me entirely too much. But Tampa, Tampa's a great team. Let's take a look at Tampa real quick and see what they have going. And you can pause and see everything. But, I mean, they have recovered pretty nicely from losing Stamkos. I mean, they have recovered. they're playing well and they're back, and you see Druin, he has stepped up. I mean, that man has turned into a stud at 5 mil, quite the steal. And they have definitely some Kuznetsov. They have some good players for cheap. So it's going to be a series. It's going to be a series. Goaltending, they're solid on goal. Look at this goalie. How is this contract possible? Bruh, what is it? They had this guy on a 6-year, $1 million. Some fishy things going on in Tampa for sure. But we're going to leave it here, guys. We beat Washington. I'm not going to lie. I started to get nervous when they won game 5. I thought, man, can we lock it down and shore it up? But we did. We're moving on to the second round. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you have a great day. Take care and see you later.